guys, welcome to another episode of Geeky Chickies, episode 7. My name is Phoenix.
And I'm Jenny.
And today we are going to be talking about mobile games. But first, Jenny, what did you do with your week?
Okay, well, I took my final for my class.
And
I,
how did you do?
haha, haha. If it, terribly, horribly, oh god. But you know what? Like, it's okay. Um, I'll just have to retake it in the fall. I mean, like, I probably would be more devastated if it was any other year.
Mhm.
But I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is.
I
uh,
feel like I feel like for this year, failing a class is kind of like not the huge biggest issue in the world.
yeah,
I get that feeling.
yeah, and let's see. And also, I've been going through my stuff at my place,
Hmm.
um, and just like uh, like marking them for donations because I'm not a hoarder, but I do have like a lot of stuff that I realize I don't use, and
Yeah.
like as stuff is slowly opening up in my area, I started preparing like items that I want to like donate, uh, so or clean up and donate. So once like the donation centers around my area open up or they're okay with accepting donations, like I'll have that ready. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm doing the same thing. I've had a bag just sitting in my room for like almost a half a year now.
uh huh,
And we just never found time before Christmas to take it in for donating. And
uh
now
huh,
I'm like, oh, I have more stuff I can add to it. I'm glad we didn't take it.
yeah. So yeah, that's been mostly me being sad that I did pass, but being like okay, and just like going through stuff to donate. How about you? Like, how was your week?
My week was pretty uneventful, just work still. I ended up getting the Minecraft dungeon because it's cheaper than any of the other stuff.
Oh, nice. Me and my husband got it too.
What's this now?
We got it for the Switch
Oh, I
because,
did too.
oh, sweet. We should like maybe we should do like groups
Yeah.
or squad up or something cuz
Yes, let's do that.
yeah, like cuz like we were originally going to buy it for PC, but the thing is like I take over his computer most of the time. So, it's kind of like, well, I mean, we have Switch and we're paying for the yearly subscription, so or for
Yeah.
so yeah.
Doofus is actually paying for mine. I offered to pay my part, but he said no, it's fine.
Aww. I remember
Yeah.
him setting that up a bit, but I wasn't sure like what was happening now. So I was like, ah, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. No, yeah, I jumped on it. I'm like, hey, I don't have money quite yet, but I'll pay you when I get paid. And he's like, no, it's fine. And
Oh,
I should really reach out and be like, hey, Doofus, do you want any money for this, or are you still good? Like, what's going on now?
okay. Yeah, like just reach out if you can, or I don't know. Like personally for me, I know some of my friends kind of get weird when I'm like in money with money in general. So like
Yeah.
I'll just sneak it in, be like, here you go.
I
I
can't sneak anything. He lives in Washington. I live in Colorado.
I don't know, maybe. Well, yeah,
Whenever
too.
I meet up with him, I could be like, "Here's 20," and then run.
Yeah, or too bad he doesn't stream, or it would have been like, hey, just like
Yeah,
donate.
slide into his DMs with some. That sounds so bad. Uh,
Be like, hey, yeah, so I'm donating this money, or I'm sending this through donation because you won't accept it any other way.
and then he's gonna figure out a new way to like give it back to me. I know this kid.
Yeah, he greeted, or I. He occasionally we haven't really spoken as much, mainly just because I've been like busy.
Stealing my man.
But dude, I got one man, and sometimes I would. No, I'm not gonna go there. But basically
It's
for
a fictional Mando.
but basically for me, like our friend Dofus is like or he's really cool, and
Yes.
for me and him we have this shtick that goes on, and he will like message me randomly like, "Happy Monday."
He does this to everyone, and I get so angry with him. I'm like, it's not Monday, Doofus. Like, please, 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 know the days of the week.
And for me, I'm just like I get
Hang on, now I
pretend
gotta tell him I miss him.
I get pretend angry. I'm just like I'm just like, okay. And occasionally I will humor him and be like, "Hey, okay, happy Monday." But I make sure it's not Monday to humor
Yeah,
him. but but
I need to get back at him and be like Taco Tuesday on every day but Tuesday.
oh man. Oh man. I don't know how like it's funny like I know I only got started cuz I mentioned my coworker who just greets me who greeted me every day happy Monday. So I'm gonna like oh man.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, if I do that, people are gonna get so angry with me at in my chats. Like, people are going to rage at me.
I mean, like I guess for me now, I just kind of like roll it. It rolls over.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I get angry about the weirdest things. Other than that,
uh-huh.
I I did some exercising for actually an episode we're coming up on. I'm not gonna say what.
Yee.
And I'm so sore I didn't even get to do it the second day because like my arms and my back hurt.
Uh,
Um,
but
not my legs though. So I need to figure out a way to exercise my legs a little more.
ooh, well, um, all I don't want to like give out too much away about the episode, or
Yeah.
other than just take your time. Trust me. Uh,
Yeah. Well, and like I did the day because it has like a daily exercise, and I did that, and then I did like one more, and then my body's just like, nope, you're dead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just remember to ease in,
Yeah.
because like when you were telling me some of the stuff, I was just like, oh yeah, I totally understand how you feel because that's what I went through the first time around.
Well, and that shows like I haven't been exercising since quarantine, so
D-
um
don't worry about that too much. uh,
I I've been watching Avatar because it's now on Netflix, and I love that. That's one of my favorite shows. Like, we'll definitely talk about this when we talk about Nickelodeon.
hmm
But if I were to combine all of the cartoon stations, that's like my number one show
yeah.
growing up.
Oh yeah, I I loved that show.
And oh, I found out We Bear Bears is on Netflix, so I'll probably watch that soon.
I heard of it, but
We
for
talked about it during the Cartoon Network episode.
okay. No, I like prior to that, like I remembered that, but like I remembered maybe it was you that mentioned it like a long time ago.
I probably did it. It was just like We Bear Bears as a joke, and then I was like, okay, now I kind of want to watch it.
Oh man. Hopefully my like some of my memories will come back cuz it is a bit early. Well,
Oh, and I found out Cardcaptor Sakura is on Netflix, so I am gonna start. I watched a little bit of that yesterday because I got bored in between calls,
uh-huh.
but I'm gonna continue watching it because it's been forever. Like,
I
that was one of my first animes.
well like is it the original card captors or is it
Yeah,
the okay. Oh man. I love
yeah,
card
it's the original.
captors. Uh I'm get like we should do an episode about card captors because like I have so much to talk about.
Yeah, well, I feel like that we can even do like a whole episode of Magical Girls, and then we would still have like 3 more episodes we could do on it.
Yeah, that's true. That's
um,
true. Anyways,
yeah,
did
that for future possible episode, and I'll have to write that down when I go through post edit of this.
yeah. Anyways, did
So, but other than that, yeah. since I have nothing else to talk about my week, let's go to game releases. I'm gonna not lie, but Jenny does all the research for this, so uh, why don't you go over what's if there's ever a game that I want to talk about, then I will definitely be like, ah!
Okay,
But
so the upcoming game releases, and this is based on information. My source is Game Informer. Desperados 3, which is coming out June 16th, and it's coming out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Disintegration is also coming out on the 16th. Also for the same systems, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC. And then Pokemon Sword and Shield: The Isle of Armor for this.
I thought that was already out.
No. I mean, like I think people are already talking about it. The people on like or game reviewers or something. Because I saw like uh on YouTube. I was seeing like kind of videos on it. So
Okay.
yeah, so I would understand if you think it came out, but no, it's DLC.
No.
It's DLC, and it's coming out June 17th. Then on June 18th, there's a game called Waking for Xbox One and PC. Burnout Paradise Remastered for the Switch is coming out June 19th. The Academy, the first Riddle is coming out June 19th as well, and it's PC, Mac, iOS, and Android.
That's what I found interesting is that also is on phones.
Yeah, and then The Last of Us Part 2 is coming out for the PlayStation 4 on also June 19th. So, out of all the games slash DLC, what would you be interested in getting?
The only one that caught my eye right away was, of course, the Pokemon, because we did a whole episode on that.
Yeah.
And then the Academy, I looked it up because I'm like, I feel like I heard of this. I didn't hear of this game, but it looks interesting. It looks like something up my alley, so I may get it. But it's not on my top of my to-do list. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield, the Isle of Armor is something I'm very interested in. I actually should go back and finish the last part of the story, because I've been playing mostly Animal Crossing. Yeah, like I really need to finish the last part at least, because
Oh yeah, same here. I'm stuck on well, I'm not stuck. I'm still training for the finals. Where you're going up against everyone.
I did the finals. I did that, like, I used to stream Pokemon. Well, I used to stream in general. But
Yeah.
one of my last but the last game I played was Pokemon, and I was going to stream the last part, but then I don't know. I just couldn't just couldn't stream. Like I just didn't have it in me to stream. So it was like for a while. And
Yeah.
so, but I wanted to complete the game because so I ended up completing like the Elite Four stuff off stream. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe maybe during the summer I'll actually start streaming again, and maybe that's one of the games I'll stream. Or I don't know. I should actually write a schedule down, but also
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the Pokemon Sword and Shield, their DLC. I'm pretty excited about it. I actually haven't pre-ordered that yet, so
I'm not gonna pre-order. I'm just gonna wait until it comes out and then get it.
yeah, or maybe I should just do that. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it just depends on like your wallet.
Well, yeah. Well, it's funny because I actually so at the end of the year I actually write like an annual like projected budget, and I actually have a separate budget for video games.
Oh, that's always good to have. I should do that.
My when I write out my budget, it's like kind of like it gets kind of detailed to like a ridiculous degree. So I don't know, like for like yeah, like I don't know, but we're
I
not. What?
I do spontaneous purchases sometimes, so I feel like I need to do that unless there's like I know 2 games I'm gonna definitely get for this year is the Digimon game that I talked about a while ago,
Uh huh.
and Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town because I love Story of Seasons, Harvest Moon,
Mhm.
and Mineral Town was one of the games that I got to, that helped me meet one of my best friends, who lives in the Philippines, so
Aww.
I've known her since I was, like, 13.
Aw. Yeah. I like. What was I gonna say? I'll. You know what? I'll save that for if we ever do a Harvest Moon episode.
We will do one because
Okay.
it's me. There's me. That's my obsession.
Uh-huh.
Um, I literally get every single game that comes out. Like, if you ever ask me what game that you will you always get the game for, no matter what the reviews say, it's Harvest Moon or
Aw.
Story of Seasons.
Aw.
Like those two.
Aw. So maybe we should start getting into our topic before we go
Yeah.
into
Before I
tangent.
continue ranting about Harvest Moon, yes,
Yes.
let's do that.
Okay, so obvi- like today's episode we are talking about mobile games, and like one of the first things I wanted to ask was what was your first phone? Uh
My
uh
first
y-
phone was like a flip phone.
yeah, like
That's the thing. Okay. For people who don't know, I'm 27. How old are you, Jenny?
I'm 30.
We're old. We're old people. So our first phones were before smartphones were a thing, and we had to flip it open. We could slam it shut when we don't want to talk to someone.
I remembered. So my first phone is also a flip phone. I remember it well because that was kind of like when I realized I was into like technology. Like
Yeah.
it was an audio box, and it was through Virgin Mobile. Like uh,
Yeah, same with my phone. I just don't remember what model it was.
yeah, the only reason I remember it really well is because it was like one of the first uh like flip phones that had a camera from Virgin Mobile. I don't know if it's I don't think it was the first flip phone that had a camera, but I remember that really well. And my dad kind of got annoyed because he didn't want to get me that phone originally. But like he just said okay whatever here because it was like one of the most expensive phones like in the
Yeah, that
line.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was just like the camera so
You
uh
know, cameras on every phone.
well yeah so yeah I don't know, my dad was kind of weird about cell phones in general just because he's just like because he didn't like the contracts so
Yeah, that makes sense.
he
That
for
makes sense.
yeah he preferred prepaid so and kind of was just like okay it's on you guys to fill up these prepaid phone cards so yeah but yeah I remember that one well and I think I like drove it into the ground basically like I used it for a good couple years.
Yeah, same here. I didn't get like I was in late high school, early college when I got my first smartphone.
Oh
Like I
man.
was late to the game, yeah.
Oh man.
I just didn't see an appeal to it. And then like as I got the iPhone 4, it was so tiny. I'm like this makes no sense. I'd rather just be on my laptop.
Okay, so for my first smartphone, it was an HTC phone.
Or maybe it was that one. I don't remember now.
I don't remember the exact model, but I remembered what I really liked about it was the fact that it had like a keyboard, like where like you push the screen and there's like a little keyboard
Mhm.
underneath,
Oh
uh,
yeah, I remember that phone.
yeah, and that's what I liked about it because like I around by that time I wanted to be super careful about my phones and I know like I tend to be clumsy, I guess is the best way to put it. And for me I just was like I don't really trust myself with a touchscreen at the time, so
Yeah.
I wanted something with at least a keyboard. So, yeah, and then and now I don't have anything like that.
What's your current phone? I don't think that's a question we have, but what's your current phone?
My current phone is the Pixel 3. Like if you look uh throughout my years having like phones, I like or smartphones, I kept flipping between, or I had an iPhone uh just to try it out. It was an iPhone 6, but then like I ended up like it's good. I really I did enjoy using it, but I preferred Android
Mm-hmm.
phones. And I wanted like one that didn't have too many like stock apps or like I want to call it shovelware, but it's not what it's called, but basically or bloatware. I wanted a phone that didn't have a lot of bloatware.
Bloatware?
Yeah, which is just basically apps and stuff that like come with your phone. And I don't know, I can go on and on about like Android and like the different types of kernels and stuff, but that's not what we're here to talk about. And
We're not. This is not a tech episode.
yeah, although if you're interested in hearing me rant about that, let us know.
Yeah, I'm a tech person, but I don't know. Like, I cannot tell you the specific.
this the what? Hold on, Phoenix. Phoenix. Uh oh, Phoenix. Phoenix.
Self.
Wait, hello. Phoenix.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. I'm like, what? What just happened? You were.
Oh yeah, no, I was talking. And like I didn't get disconnected. My audio was fine.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Uh,
Go back to when you said like you're a tech person.
yeah, I'm a tech person, but like I can't tell you the specifics about anything because I can't memorize all that stuff just due to how my brain. I can tell you how to fix that.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. The only reason like I kind of like look into it a bit more is I tend to watch a lot of like tech YouTubers and tech shows, and also like I don't know. I tend to like ever since I was a kid, I tend to poke around in like tech like just technical stuff in general.
Yeah.
Like
No, my dad's IT, so yeah, I was the same way. That's
yeah.
why I can easily fix my own computer or fix anyone else's, but
Hmm.
I can't like I can't tell you like the hardware. I can definitely I'm better with software than hardware. That's words I'm looking for.
Yeah. So yeah, I that's why I ended up back with the Pixel 3 cuz I wanted or with a Pixel phone was just cuz I wanted to like kind of wanted to like be able to customize it a bit more and just like kind of push it or I tend to like push my phones to like or I like to see where I push my phones like how far I can push them.
Mhm.
And for me and like with Apple I can't really do that without like running into too many problems, but with Android it's kind of like more open to me.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I'll still run into like a couple problems, but like I don't feel like it's as restricted. But yeah, what about you? What was your
What's my current phone?
yeah.
I have a Galaxy Note 8.
Oh, how do you like it?
I like it. I used to have iPhones and I would go like the battery would just be dead before I can get a new one.
Mhm.
So I like having the Galaxy Note 8 because it's it has lasted 2 years now. I've
Mhm.
only just recently got like the quarter cracked.
Ah.
Yeah, like that's a miracle. My mom has the exact same phone. Her screen is shattered. I don't know what I'm doing differently.
Uh
Because I drop my phone every day.
I don't know. Do you have like screen protectors and like a case or whatever?
I have cases. I think that's the only thing that is keeping my phone safe.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe
But my mom does too, and she has a bigger case than I do. So I don't know.
I don't know, maybe it's just how it drops and stuff. And I could go on about that too, because I've dropped so many phones.
I think everyone has. I don't know anyone who hasn't dropped a phone. Like, if you haven't dropped a phone, you're some kind of demon
or,
or warlock.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe Warlock. Warlock. Okay, so do you remember, like, your first mobile game that you ever played?
Nope. I don't remember. Probably like Candy Crush or something is
Uh,
what I put in my notes.
okay, like, I'm excited to talk about this because I remember my first mobile game. It was that Snake game, the one where like
Yeah, I know Snake. I'm
yeah,
pretty good at it.
yeah. So
I used to be at least.
and that was back when I had a flip phone. It wasn't when I had a smartphone. Like I had to pay for it. It was I think it was like $3 or $5. I don't remember. All I know was I got bored and I needed some entertainment like in my pocket because like this was before I had like a 3DS or DS or anything like that.
I've always had handhelds, so
Yeah, so I got the game and just played on my little phone. Yeah. Um yeah, so for me like um I paid for or yeah, like I paid for it and um oh my god, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so yeah, like the freemium model cuz like obviously I paid or for Snake I played the game or I paid for it, but
yeah.
like now with smartphones and stuff, we're seeing more like freemium games, which is like where you download the game for free. You can play a little bit of it, but there's like the game is locked in a certain way where you have to like pay for it. Like it could be like a feature or or
Microtransactions.
like microtransactions. And well, like what do you think about the
It
current
really
model?
depends on the. It depends on the games. Like the ones that are like, oh, you can pay X amount for more lives. That could go fuck itself. I think. Sorry, my language. I'm trying to be a better person, not do that. Those kind of games I think need to stop and
Mhm.
go get help,
Mhm.
as I like to say. But for the games that are like, oh, you can download it for free, but if you like it, you can pay for the full thing once you've played an X amount of things. Yeah, like that's fine. I think that's actually great.
Okay. So, let's see. For me, like I agree to an extent. Like was it with the freemium model? Like it can work. Like uh was it like like um I remember one game. I think it was called like The Office or something, or The Office Worker. I don't know. I'll probably have a link to it, but like it was on like I remember seeing it on tablet or phone, and
Mhm.
I remembered like they let me download it. Because they had two versions in the store, like a free version, quote unquote, and then a version or the paid version, and like
Mhm.
essentially the free version was a demo. Like you played like the first
Yeah.
level, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, with it you can buy here for the full game," and which I thought was kind of great, but also I kind of wish that like they changed it to where it was just like this is a demo,
Yeah.
like because I know with certain games, like their free version of the game, like it'll unlock a certain area after like a certain amount of time has passed, usually like a day or like 8 hours or something,
Yeah.
depending. Uh, so I don't mind those kind of games or those kind of freemium games where like oh you have to wait a little bit to unlock because you're given that option or you could pay for it. Uh, but but one of the things I hate about freemium is obviously like pay for lives or whatever, or
Yeah,
like the game spamming you like, hey, you ran out of lives, you should, we're having like a deal where
a
you could,
sale.
a sale, um, or like or the ones where like has a ton of ads, like I know with freemium, with this particular model, or like just free apps, they need to pay for it somehow, and they will have to add
Yeah.
ads, which is completely fine. But you
Give me
know,
an option to not have ads, please.
like they do, and I actually wrote
Well,
this
some do,
down.
yeah.
Like I put that down a little bit later in the docket, but like you could pay for it. Like you could like just pay once and then you get no ads, and it works for certain ones. Like with Duolingo, like they're like, oh, to keep this free. Like they're blatantly
Explain
honest.
why, yeah.
Yeah, like we run ads to keep this free, but we have this option where you could pay a subscription, and the ads would go away. Um, and I get that. There's another example I had with an app. It's not a game, but it's like it's called Animal Crossing New Horizons Guide, or ACNH Guide.
I had that
Guide.
one, and I got rid of the ads because I'm like, fuck this, get the ads out of here.
Yeah, well, like when I downloaded it, I saw like the ads were like, at least when I first got it, they weren't intrusive, and I found out the guy who, or the person that made it, like uh he's on Twitter. I believe it's Sinjin. Uh, but he made the app, and like what, and he was, they were upfront about why they had the ads, and you had the option to buy or to remove the ads, like, and for me, I was just like, oh well, okay, like it's just an individual that's running it, and I really like their interface, so I'm gonna use it for a while. So okay, here's the $2. Here's $2 to unlock it, or
Yeah.
to remove the ads. So yeah, like if they're transparent about the ads and give you the option to remove ads, and it's not like super ridiculous, sure,
Yeah.
I'll pay for it. But like, yeah, like, I personally haven't run into like issues like that, but, or like where was it, like how can I put, or where was I going with this? Right. Oh, so like those are mainly issue, or mainly what I run into when it comes to ads, like um or how, and ad removal. But like I've ran into apps that like there's an ad every transition to every screen. and
Yeah.
that's annoying as all hell.
That's super annoying.
Yeah, and for me, like, yeah, I get you need to pay for everyone, for you know the people, or the programmers and the artists and all that, but this is really annoying. So
It's a little ridiculous, people.
yeah, so I'll end up uninstalling a game. I'm trying to remember. Like, I've done that with a couple games. Let's see. Like,
I'm trying to remember of games that I've done that for. I don't think I have yet.
yeah. I know, like, with certain apps, like, they'll have, like, in certain games, they'll have, like, oh, there's, like, two different currencies. One that's just, like, you can only get in game, and then there's like
Mm-hmm.
one where you can get in game like after you level up, or you complete like some big mission or something, or you could buy it.
Yeah.
Like um like with some of those, like I like the fact that you can watch, like they'll give you an option, or they'll give you other ways to gain it. Not obviously if you buy those stupid gems or whatever, like, you'll get more because you're literally paying for digital currency. But like, I do like the fact that like certain games will give you options like watch this ad and you'll get 20 gems or something,
Yeah.
and blah blah blah. Like, you could use that. Like, I'm trying to remember that who did that or who recently did that. Oh, the Sum game. That mobile Disney Sims game where you
Yeah, yeah,
connect.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, that one. Yeah, they started doing that, and I don't mind doing that. There,
Mm-hmm.
like, watch an ad for 30 seconds, or mute the ad for 30 seconds. And
And
get,
do something else.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I could go on about this, but yeah. What do you think about stuff like that, where you're given like that kind of option where you can gain the uh current, like, in game, or the in game, like, currency like that, like,
Um, I don't play a lot of those games, so like I'm indifferent to it.
uh
Um, I feel like, yeah, if you have the choice to just sit there and pretend you're watching an ad, then all to you if you want to do that.
yeah, if you can't,
I
well,
feel like that's not the most. I feel like that's not the most easy thing they can do.
yeah. I like, obviously, if you can't tell, I tend to play a lot of mobile games just because my commute, like, as a lot of you guys, or some of you guys know, like, I do take the bus, or when I was working, I do take the bus just because I don't have a car. So I have a lot of time to kill, and I tend to like play a lot of mobile games on my way to work, because you know it's not weird to be on your phone. I like, or,
Well, I don't give a damn if people see me on like a DS. I'm just like, I'm doing my thing. Leave me alone.
well, I shouldn't say weird. It's more like, it's not. It's more like, it's more normal to be on your phone, and I feel like I would be less targeted, like, to get my
Oh yeah, I
shifts.
forget. I forget you're in LA, so it's different. Because on like
Like,
Denver, it's not too crazy to.
I mean, for the most part, like, I tend to be left alone, but, a shiny switch or something, just like in the middle of the bus, and, you know, uh, like, if people know if like people know what it is, they might like try to take it.
I've never had that issue where I feel like someone's gonna try to take something from me. Normally, like it's all commuters. When I go in, it's all commuters going to downtown, like business workers.
Ah,
So,
okay,
like,
like,
I've never, yeah.
okay, yeah, but my bus situation's a little, yeah, is a little bit different, because I do take a commuter bus, but to get to that stop, I have to like take the regular bus, and like, um was it, and like, there's multiple ways to exit the bus, so versus, so like, and I tend to see more theft happening on that bus, on those kinds of buses versus commuter, just because I think um there's only one way to leave the commuter bus, and it's through the driver. Versus like the
Yeah.
my city buses, where there's like three different exits, and
Yeah, we
like
only have 2 exits, and
mhm.
normally the back door is always closed, so
Yeah, no, we don't have that. Although I haven't taken the bus in a couple months, so
yeah, it's been a while.
I don't know. I'm supposed to be going back to work, like, in like, probably by when the episode comes out. I should be at work, but
Quote unquote.
I'm not 100% sure right now. uh, it might get pushed back again. But yeah,
Yeah.
so, um, Anyways, back. So yeah, that's
Back on topic.
back on topic. That's mainly why I tend to play a lot of games, just because I'm on the go, which is what I like about these kind of games, is that
Yeah.
like I just download it on my phone that I always have, and then I like play a little bit, and then put it down, and just like you know, like put it down when I'm at my destination. So,
Mhm.
um, I, I don't know. Which kind of brings me up to my next question about these kinds of games. Do you find them addicting at all? Like, particularly mobile games?
At first I'll find them a little bit on the addicting side, and then I get over it pretty quickly. You gotta remember I have autism, so my brain doesn't quite function the same way as everyone else's, so I
Mm-hmm.
get bored of stuff really quickly.
Mm. Like, at first, I wouldn't find it, I wouldn't call it addicting. I'm like, oh no, like, I'm just having fun with this game and blah, 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 blah. But then, like, I saw that MatPat episode about mobile games, and then it kind of like clicked. I don't know. I'm assuming a lot of people have watched Game Theory and
Yeah.
his episodes, but if not, I'll provide a link to it.
Yeah,
But
I don't I love game theory. I I have a very bad addiction to his FNAF ones because it's fun watching him slowly go insane, and that's my goal if I ever start making games, is to just make MatPat go slowly but surely insane.
but yeah,
That's
like
my goal.
but I know some of his theories are out can be very outlandish, or it's a lot of you have to kind of stretch it a bit, but
And
like
he knows that too. Like it's for fun.
yeah, but like for the one about mobile games, like I find it very fascinating because like I will admit like like for me like I didn't find what my like me playing these games like certain games addicting until like you know
Mhm.
like until after watching the episode, and then it kind of made me like really think because there's one mobile game which oh god like
Air
uh
out your grievances.
it is so cute. It was so pretty, and it's called Love Nikki.
Oh,
Uh
yep, that's one of my pitfalls I fell into multiple times.
oh god, it's I love that game so much. But
It's really cute.
I know I really love the costumes and stuff in the game and like
I
all
had
of
to
this.
delete it because I was spending too much money.
Yes, I forced myself to delete it because the amount of time, the amount of effort, and the amount of money I sank into this game was kind of ridiculous. And like, I was just I was just like, no, I can't keep doing this. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
it's a fun game, and like I like the aspect of it, but then it's like, okay, but seriously, I have a problem.
I know, like for me, like when I first got it, I only got it because I kept seeing stupid ads for it from other games I was playing. I was just and about those ads, I can go on about like how some of them don't make sense, but
Don't
it
even match what the gameplay is.
yeah, but it does work because I ended up downloading it after I watched this stupid app about like how or this stupid ad about like the main character like being dumped by like another character. Like
Wait,
that
that's not part of the game. Is
no,
that part of the game?
no, it wasn't. It was the ad. I mean, and I was just like, I kept seeing that ad about how the main character Nikki gets dumped by some dude. I can't even remember his name anymore, but like, and then she ends up like getting a makeover or whatever, and moving on. And that was the ad I saw, and I kept seeing that ad, and I ended up downloading the game and finding out it's something else completely different, and but I ended up sticking with the game because I thought the costumes were really cute, or like the outfits were really cute, and like the story I kind of started finding a bit more compelling, and I just was just like I kept like playing it, and like yeah, like oh god, I and like at first, like and like for me, that rabbit hole or wormhole or whatever you want to call it, like at first I was just like, oh well, they're a small developer. Like I kept like rationalizing like the spending, like oh yeah, they're a small developer. uh, and it takes a lot of manpower, so I started like spending, and like here and there, and then it just got really bad. That had
You're
to,
fighting like, yeah, you have to get. Nope, nope,
uh,
can't do it.
yeah, and like, and I told myself, you know what? If I really wanted to look at these outfits to make for like, cause like, that was the main reason. Like the outfits were the main reason I stuck around.
Same here. Same here.
Like they're so cute, and I thought about making little outfit those like making this was around the time I was like more into like, well, I'm still into like design, like looking at costumes from like shows or games and trying to like figure out how to make it out of like patterns I have, or like what kind of patterns I would use, and originally that's why I stuck around, was to look at all the costumes and like make little like, oh, like with this kind of costume, what kind of design. But like I had to tell myself, dude, if I really wanted to do that, I could just go to the wiki
Yeah,
or whatever to look at these designs and then do it like that. And yeah, that's how I ended up like stop playing the game. Like,
good.
yeah. I mean, let's see. Now, was it like the only bright side I found through that is I found another app called Google Survey Rewards, I think it's called. Or hold on, let me look at it real quick. Shoot, sorry guys. Oh, Google Opinion Rewards. It's an app basically, and what they do is like they based on like your location or whatever. Cause it requires you to log into your Google account. Um, they'll give you like a survey or something, and in return for doing like a survey, it'll give you like Google credits,
Okay.
and that's how I buy stuff like through an app or whatever. Is if I have enough credits in the from doing surveys and stuff, and it won't be. They'll ask you questions like about your youth, like like my most recent one was about like my YouTube, uh, or like about like, oh, like how often do you watch YouTube? How do you feel about watching YouTube? Like, do you think you're like being productive, or do you think
Nope.
you're yeah, like those kind of are the kind of questions, like that was a kind of survey I got. But usually it's like about like if you turn on your location, it'll ask you like, oh, did you go to this store, and if you did, like what day, and like, did you purchase anything? Would you be okay like showing a receipt? Because I tend to get them a lot when I do grocery shopping, or if I happen to be within an area with a grocery store, it'll ask me. Because I do turn on my location, which we'll go. That's another discussion for another time about letting your phone know about your location and stuff. So
Yeah, that's how I knew. That's how I knew the last time I was actually out of the house for more than 5 to 10 minutes.
yeah,
I was telling Jenny about this, guys, that last time I was actually like away from my house for more than like 5 to 10 minutes was on April 3rd. It's been a while. It's been 2 months.
yeah. I mean, I go out more frequently, but that's because I go grocery shopping, and also my husband drags me out of the house like to do like simple things, so that way I don't go insane because
Yeah, my
yeah.
brother. Well, my mom is like, no, you don't need to leave the house.
Uh-huh.
And they are the ones who get the groceries because they drive. I don't. So
Uh, uh, maybe you should tell your mom to let you go out of the house with them.
well, I'm gonna have one of my coworkers over, so that should be a great change of pace.
Oh, that's cool.
Probably next weekend
Uh,
after our recording.
Okay, that's cool. Um, wait, did we talk about if you like any game? Let me restart that. Uh, did before we like go too far in tangent, what what was there like a game like besides Love Nikki because uh I talked extensively about how addicting it was. Was there any other games you find addicting? Because I heard that you were kind of agreeing with me on Love Nikki.
Yeah, Love Nikki is the only one really that I've sunk a lot of time and money into. I also have like Harvest Moon Seeds, which is you buy the game; it's not a free game.
Uh huh.
Um, but yeah, I don't get too addicted to mobile games. I don't know why. I do get the same addiction I would for a regular video game for stuff that you have to pay for.
Uh huh.
But
I think. Well, I have a theory on that because like. For me at least, I because like since like when I was working, most of my day consisted of me commuting. That I I kind of get bored, and so like like for me yeah I can listen to audiobooks and all that noise, but you know sometimes I want to like do something with my hands, so I'll have my phone or and my phone's is easy access, so I would like you know for me it's just like oh like I feel like that's how I could get addicted. It's just because like I'm bored, I need something to do, and need something with that I could like that gives me like that I can easily get, you know.
yeah,
And also what probably helps, well, mostly like it's with puzzle games, like you know I could do a couple levels and put it down, and like
yeah,
yeah, although those couple levels become 20, well, you know, after a while.
yeah.
uh, I don't know. Do you want to keep seeing freemium models? The freemium model keep going like this, or would you like prefer to see more like apps where you have to pay for the game?
I get the reason for the freemium. I'd rather just pay for the game and have all access to everything right away, but that's just me.
Uh, I man, like I think it depends for me. Like it depends on the game. And like I guess the pricing of the game. Like if it was like
Yeah.
Stardew Valley on mobile, hell yeah, I'll pay for that. But if it's like I don't know, some like Candy Crush or something, I'd rather not pay for that.
Yeah.
Cause I could just wait for the live, like because it's like what, like it's just a puzzle game, you know, and then
Yeah.
and then you could just sit and wait for the lives, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, uh, yeah. Did you have anything else you wanted to add about mobile games at all?
No, I feel like I'm just very indifferent to them. I don't play a lot of mobile games.
Sorry.
And that's because I always, yeah, no, I always just worry that I'm taking up a lot of, the other thing is like I have limited data, so I don't usually play mobile games because I'm worried that it's taking up my data.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
So
is another factor too, because I have unlimited data, so
I don't. So
yeah. So yeah, that does that. Yeah, that's probably what helps me too. Helps with my mobile gaming is that
addiction.
yeah. So I mean, well, I mean, it's not as addicting now. Like I said, just because I'm at home most of the time,
Yeah.
so I'm on my Switch or I'm on my computer or
Yeah.
something else. So yeah. All right. So do you want to move on to Q and A's now?
Yes, I do. And before we get started, we have questions that we already kind of added to the docket, but then last minute acrylic, our friend acrylic base sent us some questions that
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna pick out 2 that we'll answer because he sent a lot. So
Okay.
thank you, acrylic, because we've been like begging at this point for questions. But if you guys want to send in questions, you can put them in the comments section. If you're listening to this on YouTube, you can send it to geekychickies@gmail.com
Mm-hmm.
and we would be happy to answer them. But let's start with the ones that we already have, which is another this or that.
Yeah.
So, Jenny, iOS or Android?
Uh, I feel like yeah, I already answered this question. Well, basically, but I personally, for me, I prefer Android just
Yeah,
because I push my phones to the limit. But I see why people like iOS, and I don't think there's
yeah,
anything wrong with that.
yeah. I for phones it's Android, but for like a tablet, I've seen the appeal for iOS, and I am hoping to get like a iPad Pro to do drawing on the go for when I start going back to work.
Oh yeah, like I can recommend that. Cause I do have an iPad Pro. It's like the first generation, I think.
Hmm.
With the Apple Pencil, and and I think it works really well, and I do recommend that.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm planning to get one soon. Oh no, hang
uh,
on. Sorry.
I'll
My
be.
computer's like, oh, you've been not moving the mouse for so long. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Bye bye.
Ah, no worries. That's why I occasionally like have to move my mouse around. Uh,
Yeah, I forget to do it, especially since I'm not at my desk. I have like a ghetto setup right now. um. All right. So streaming music or radio?
ooh, let's see. I actually prefer streaming music versus radio.
Same.
Be- Because like maybe
I'm
it's
very picky about my music.
yeah, I'm also picky about my music. I mean, don't get me wrong, radio has helped me find like growing up with like playing the radio in my mom's car, like it helped me
Mhm.
find other music, but also like I don't know, for me it's like I could listen to like this alternative station or I could listen to one of my favorite artists like for the 100th time.
Yeah.
And for me, I rather have that. I rather listen to like music I already know I like.
Yeah.
But and with streaming services now, I think they have like with certain ones they have like playlists where it's like, oh, if you like this, then you'll try listening to this, or they have like an actual radio section.
Hmm.
Yeah. Plus, also, I don't like ads or like I'll pay for a streaming service for no ads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Okay. So the next question, I know we kind of talked about we've talked about it, but like, did you prefer physical copies of the games or do you prefer the digital
It
copy?
really depends on the game. I like digital for stuff that I play often, like Animal Crossing. I want to get the digital copy for Story of Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I know those are going to be things I'm just going to play a lot and just want to easily go to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't mind the physical copies for stuff that I'm not like gonna play too often. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah. I do.
So
I do. I'm the same way. Like the only, although like the only exception with the physical copies, I will get like the only exception with me getting a physical copy of a game that I'll play frequently is if there's a collector's edition, and
yeah,
I really really like the stuff that's in it. I did that with the Liar Princess.
yeah. I got the collector's edition for that one too.
Yeah, I I put the book somewhere.
I don't know where any of the pieces are, but they're somewhere in my room.
Uh, I know they're here. It's just like I said, I've been like moving stuff around just to
Yeah,
because a lot of I'm planning to donate stuff. So, uh,
to make
yeah.
sure you don't accidentally donate that.
Oh no, I like double check everything.
Good.
So what are the questions that our friend Acrylic sent us?
So the first one I'm going to talk about is the favorite flavor of ice cream, only because we already answered that one last episode. But
Yeah,
uh
like by the time we have the like basically we didn't have the episode out, so
yeah,
but
so he didn't know. But mine is mint chocolate chip and yours is pistachio, right?
yep, pistachio.
I still don't understand it, but
It it's just really tasty.
I can't eat it because it's a tree nut.
uh, which is completely fine, but like which it's kind of sad you'll never get a chance to try it, but I also don't want you to get an allergic reaction or die
Yeah,
from
I
it.
don't think I will die because I just get a really bad rash. Like when my mom accidentally got a shampoo and conditioner that had tree nuts in it, I just was itchy everywhere.
Yeah, so
I
no.
wasn't swelling. I had like a rash, but
Yeah, I don't want you getting uncomfortable, so yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
Um, so if people are like, "Oh yeah, I could totally just poison Phoenix," yeah, I'm not gonna die from that. I'm just gonna be uncomfortable. I'm very morbid today. I'm sorry.
It's okay, we have our days.
Yeah. And then the second question, which I wish I remembered for the last episode because this would have been perfect. He says convention stories, maybe a cool celebrity guest encounter, that sort of question, more of a topic. Um, I just have a quote. I was just telling Jenny, like, I am actually friends with David Vincent and Jeremy Lee on Facebook because I met them at conventions and they were really cool. Like, especially David Vincent. He was always
Aww.
very sweet whenever he said he remembered me too. Like, he'll always be like, "Oh my god, hi, how are you, Phoenix?" And just kind of hang out and hug me and we would talk for a little bit and it was nice.
Aw, that's really cool.
And then I met Johnny Young Bosch at WasabiCon. Like, that was one of the best conventions to me and Matt because it's so small.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Hey, can I get a picture?" I'm a very shy person, so me going up and asking for a picture was like unusual for me. And my friend who was with me was like, "Oh my, I cannot believe that you did that." I couldn't even get out the words. And yeah, no, he was really nice. So
Aw, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Let's see, for me, uh, let's see. I don't, I won't, let's see. I worked at E3, so I did tend to meet a lot of, like, famous people or celebrities at the booth. But the thing was, I kind of don't count that as an encounter because I was at work.
yeah.
So, um, but if not working, it was like an E3 I went to. I believe it was 2018 or it might have been 2000. No, wait. Sorry, I'm trying to get my years together on this one.
It's okay.
I think it was like, yeah, I think it was 2018. I was at E3. I was only there for a day, and I was there before the public. Um, and I was walking away from the Nintendo booth because I try to remember which game it was. I think it was, oh god, Smash Brothers. Yes.
Okay.
I was able to play Smash Brothers because I was able to book a time. Like surprisingly. So I think I was trying to look for one of my coworkers because she happened to come to the convention that day not working, and I was like, okay, let me go find you. And as I was passing by the PlayStation booth, I like saw someone and
Someone.
yeah, like let me get you to my train. Let me like here's my train of thought. So I walked by and I just see someone and I'm just like, wait, he looks familiar. And I pause and I start listening because he was on the phone and it turned out it was the completionist. And yeah, I was
Gerard?
yeah, it was Gerard and I was just like, and then I paused and I turned around and I was just like, uh, hey, I'm sorry to bother you. Uh, are you Gerard the completionist? And he's like, And I felt, and he was really nice. He was like, "Yes, I am," and then I was just like, and I started, and like for me, like my brain, like the thing was, even though I was there before the public and everything, I didn't actually think I'd run into like like anyone I actually watched because there was like
Yeah,
so many of us, a lot, like mostly industry. Um,
yeah.
so running into him was pretty freaking amazing. And I was just like I started fangirling, and I felt so bad afterwards because I was just like, oh my god, and he like, and he just said,
Okay.
hey, like I have to go, like to the guy. And then we ended up taking pictures, and like yeah, and I'm kind of cringing at myself right now. So yeah, uh, like how I am. Phoenix.
See, I
Phoenix.
cannot hear you suddenly. Hang on.
Okay, sorry. I was just like cringing at myself, just like looking back. Oh, I'm so cringy. Like, cause I don't know, and when it comes to like idolization and like all that, that that's another topic for another time. But like, I don't know. I never got used to being like fangirly and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of people told me, it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's normal. But I'm just like, I don't know. Like I can't. I kind of look back and kind of go, ugh. So yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone has that moment of time. Like, I feel like only recently I've been like not as idolizing um as I was when I was like in my younger 20s. My
Yeah.
younger 20s. That's a wording. Um
Yeah. I mean, it's accurate, right?
yeah.
But yeah. So and funny enough, I ran into him when I went to PAX, or not PAX, Portland Retro Gaming Expo,
Yeah, he
and
used to go to that.
and he remembered me. Like I don't know by
Oh,
name,
nice.
but it was just like, oh man, he remembers me. Oh God, he was I. And for me, I was just like,
Yeah,
oh God, am I?
I get that feeling. I get that
Is
feeling.
it because I totally like fangirled at him during a time that's like industry only and stuff? Oh God. So yeah, but yeah,
I don't know how David Vincent remembered me. I don't know what I did.
I I could I don't know, like maybe you're very memorable, or
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I think it would be a good thing, although even despite what I just said about my experience. But yeah, but no, like I don't know, that's my most memorable experience, just because that was my first one, and that's just because I like
You know
and
what? I think it's because I was super chill with
pro-
him. Like, I wasn't fangirling or anything. I was just very chill.
probably maybe maybe that's it. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I actually, yeah, every time I've met like an actor or a voice actor, I've been like super chill, and that's actually what Jeremy told me one time. She's like, I only remember you because you're very chill when I met you. You're
yeah.
like one of the few who I was like, are you actually a fan? I'm like, no, I'm a fan. I swear, I'm just I'm shy.
Ah, yeah. God. Sorry, I'm just now like thinking back, and it's just like, oh God, I'm so cringy. But yeah. But yeah. Well, I don't know. Um.
And I also think it was like, and she said something like, "Oh, you were so polite too." It was just so odd. I'm like, thanks. I think.
Oh God, that's kind of what makes me worried. What kind of interactions they've had, but
Yeah. I think it's because it's like I will be like, "Hey, can I please?" Like I would say please and thank you, and talk about how I love their work, and I think it was just my tone of the way I was talking
mhm,
versus what I've said. You know what I mean? Like I was very chill and very polite.
yeah.
Like I was talking to someone and who's not famous. I'm just me for the first time.
Aw, that's actually really cool. I'm pretty sure they they really like that about you. And
That's probably why I'm so memorable. Like, one time I was at non-DesiCon, I was leaving early because I had to watch my grandma's dog, so I was gonna head over there. David saw me waiting for my ride, and he came over and he's like, "Hey, what's going on? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine. This is what's going on." And so he hanged out and talked with me until my ride got there, and he's like, "Okay, see you later, Phoenix." So yeah,
aw,
I
aw,
think it's just because I'm super chill.
aw, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I am just like I'm now. I was just trying to think like what have I done that's memorable? I'm like, oh, it's because I'm chilling. I act like they're actual people.
Yeah, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
and the other reason Jeremy Lee remembered me was because my friend made her a cutout of Lucy uh from the fairy tale.
Aw.
So I think she remembered me, but she remembered that I was the chill one versus my friend who was definitely the fangirly.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm sorry. Right now, I'm just like thinking. I'm still cringing right now at myself. I'm like, uh. Uh, I'm,
Well, and like I'm trying to think, I've never met a YouTube celebrity, so I'm wondering if I would have the same reaction. I'm thinking, no, I would probably still be really chill, and they'll be like, "Who is this person?"
yeah. Well, I
I'm
mean,
more awkward online. I feel like,
I don't know. Well, I mean, I feel like we're all awkward at some point.
yeah,
Like even online. So, uh, anyways, should we wrap it up?
yep. We should probably wrap it up. Thank you everyone for listening. This was a fun conversation. Even though I've noticed that I haven't been talking a lot, so I'm trying to get better at it. I just am like not very assertive.
Well, I think it also depends on the topic. Like
Yeah,
if you notice in Persona, I didn't really talk as much.
yeah. I talked the most because that was my topic. That was so my topic.
Yeah, and with mobile games, like I said, I obviously I tend due to my commute, I tend to I tend to have I don't like more experience with it. I guess that's the best way to
Yeah.
put it. So, and I tend to get more technical. So,
Yeah.
which I apologize for. I blame Linus Tech Tips on that. uh, but no, like was it so obvious or for me I tend to talk a bit more about it, so yeah, and you know it's too I personally think it's fine just because it's like we're not both of us aren't knowledgeable with every
Yeah.
topic we'll be talking about, but no, it's actually I actually like talking to you about like topics like this because you know different perspectives.
Yeah. And like we kind of mentioned before, we like I because of just all of my disabilities, I have a different view of things.
Mm-hmm.
Which people find interesting. So I'm glad that people like that. That you like that I have that kind of perspective of things.
Well,
And then
yeah,
we've also come from different backgrounds.
yeah, because like for at least for me, like my dad, growing up, he always taught me like to like, you know, like not everything's black and white, and not everyone's gonna agree with you, or you know, there's different perspectives. And for me, I'm always curious to see like the other perspectives.
Yeah, same here, and that's because I know my point of view is kind of wonky to some people,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still like, you know, people are like, "Oh yeah, that's so smart, that's so out of the box," and there'll be times where I'm like, "No, that's common sense."
Uh,
At least I feel like that's common sense.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Let's see. Oh god, before I'm like, oh man, like my brain is kind of like
Well,
going
I
up.
should
I
tell
like,
people to check out the Twitter that we have and the Instagram, which I haven't posted on anything on Instagram since like our banner,
oh
but
yeah, yeah.
you guys can check it out.
Sorry, I got distracted by cat because I was about to tell people about our social medias, but I got distracted by cat. Oh god, but yeah, please check out our social medias. They'll be linked in the description below, along with like some of the stuff we were discussing, like the MatPat video. It will
Yeah,
be linked in the description as well. I do recommend checking it out. And remember, you guys, if you want to suggest topics or you want to comment, give us feedback or whatever, you can always email us at geekychickies@gmail.com, or you could put it in the comments below. Um, and if you like what you're hearing, you should, and you're not subscribed, just subscribe if you want.
Subscribe button, please.
Yeah, and yeah, should we introduce our next topic?
Yeah, our next topic is why I'm in pain.
Our next topic is about fitness games. Are they a gimmick or are they like a new gym?
I feel like I feel like my answer is kind of obvious if I'm in this much pain.
But yeah, hopefully we will see you guys next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.